right?
Yeah, we are doing almost 10 plus crores annually, right? That's right, Abhishek. I have taken up that responsibility to create a lot of entrepreneurs out of regular professionals once I was the same. It's interesting, I had a great time in IIM Kolkata learning about entrepreneurship from some of the top guest lecturers out there. But the interesting part is a lot of the stuff that I learned there, those are actually part of our training modules for professionals who get selected in our program. Direct selling or network marketing industry, whatever you call it, is close to $200 billion industry. There are people who are earning crores, and I want to seek out them. What is their operation like? It's very simple. Every industry have the big guys. You want to find out and study what the big guys are doing.
Well, so I have someone very special with me on this interview. Let me give you a quick background about him. He's a former IT professional who also started his own enterprise, and today not only he runs his business very successfully, apart from that he's also helping a lot of youngsters build their own business on the internet. So his name is Samarjit. So welcome, Samarjit. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Pleasure is mine, Abhishek. Thank you.
Awesome. So talking about your background quickly, you said, you worked in the IT industry from 2000 to 2010.
2011, yeah, 11 years precisely I worked in IT, right, yeah.
All right, and you started your own business along with your job, in the initial phase?
That's correct.
Yeah, and you also had a short stint in IIM Kolkata regarding something related to entrepreneurship. Can you shed some light on that?
Yeah, that was an interesting experience. It was a program that I got sponsorship for, and it was a privilege. So I could actually spend a good amount of time learning from guest lecturers who were entrepreneurs in their own rights. That means they had their own business, but they were invited by IIM Kolkata to teach entrepreneurship to the program participants. But the nicer fact is today we have a lot of those stuff that we learned in IIM Kolkata, part of our selection program. That means the folks who get selected, they get trained as an entrepreneur in our coaching program. A lot of things that we teach them today, stuff that we learned in that IIM Kolkata program.
Wow, that's great actually. So you always seem to be emphasizing on this theme on learn something that matters. So can you elaborate what you really mean by that?
Right. It's quite simple, but a lovely theme that was created by few entrepreneurs a couple of years back. So it goes something like this, easy to understand. So today, for example, you live in your own home. Our parents lives in their own houses, and guess what? The grass will grow. Sometimes the road has to be cleaned. So obviously we don't do that. We actually get manpower to do that stuff. So how many folks are there who can do that kind of a work? Are those folks minority? Are they very difficult to find, or there are enough people who can actually do this cleaning?
It's pretty much easy in India.
Yeah, sure. Right. So point is that any work which can be done by many folks, that means the manpower is readily available. Many can do that. Automatically, the value of that work comes down in terms of finance. But similarly today, in your office, let's say in the place that I work, somebody suddenly has a heart attack. Now I can't do a CPR, I can't treat that stuff. So we need somebody who's a specialist, a heart surgeon or a heart specialist. Now in city like Bangalore, are they too many or quite handful, right? Yeah. So any kind of work that only few can do, the value of that work goes up very, very significantly. So the theme is that why don't we find kind of skills or work which is highly valued in the marketplace? So what the entrepreneurs are talking about today is that there are plenty of business owners. So for business owners, end of the day, what matters? Clients, sales, right? So if somebody has acquired a skill set through which he can procure a lot of clients on a regular basis, consistent basis for these business owners, will business owner appreciate that kind of a skill?
Definitely, I'm sure.
Because that business will thrive. So the theme goes that today, because of internet, which I will share later, it's quite easy to develop that skill of procuring large number of clients for established business owners, and once I acquire the skill, I can get highly paid for delivering results for the business owner clients by giving them consistent client base. So that's the theme, find out stuff which is highly valued. So I was working in IT, but that work compared to this skill, procuring clients for business owners, there's a significant difference in the value, as I figured out.
Sure, I'm sure. So you did mention the use of internet. So how did you use internet in your business? Like, how did internet play a role in scaling up your business? Did that help?
Yeah, absolutely. See, all of us, although we come from a regular, job background, I used to work in IT. So my skill set was working in system programming, testing, that kind of stuff. But we do have a lot of our talents and skills otherwise as well, right? I know of many folks who are great singers. There are many folks who are great dancers. There are many folks who are great comedians, and many such skills. But previously, if you had to get an exposure or get somebody to buy into your skill or talent,
you had to be on TV.
You had to be on TV, and how do you do that, right? But today, as you can see, if you just put your skills on display on YouTube, on Facebook, and if you're good, you will create a brand name for it, right?
Yeah, that's what we are observing actually these days.
Yeah, right. So Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube or Twitter, all this together constitutes something called social media, Instagram, and that is the biggest marketplace today. A huge amount of population around the world today lives on internet. It's a real place.
Yeah.
So today, if I have to showcase my business, products and solutions, I don't have to go through TV anymore. I don't have to go to radio or newspaper anymore. I can just reach out to them through internet and free of cost. It's a mind-blowing deal.
That's the big deal. So, yeah, definitely internet right now is the biggest marketplace, right? And it's the biggest opportunity that obviously everybody agrees to right now. Best times to live in. Great. So, now talking about your model, your business model. So you have implemented the network marketing concept in your business model. So why did you choose network marketing in your business?
Yeah, so idea was obviously to do something over the internet. As I said, it's easy to find clients, easy to reach out to global, market. But then you need certain products or solutions to drive a turnover.
Absolutely.
Right. So when somebody says I have this much turnover, for example, last month. In Jan, so we just closed Jan a few days back. So in Jan 2019, my business delivered a turnover upwards of 1.2 crores just in a month.
1.2 crores.
Yeah, 1.2
That's
crores.
Huge.
Yeah, that was first for us actually in a month.
Okay.
But then how do you do turnover? You have to have some products and solutions.
Absolutely.
Right? So our intention was to go into healthcare segment, FMCG, because those are kind of safe segment. Not like IT or gadgets, electronic items which are quite volatile. These are safe and secure. But would you, for example, if I ask you, would you like to do business with Hindustan Liver Products or Dabur or Nestle? Yeah. Absolutely, they have got good acceptance in the marketplace. But to get the rights of their products so that I can deliver a turnover, the price of rights itself goes up to 50 lakhs, 1 crore, depending on the brands. And for somebody like you, me, and so many others,
it's not possible to come
out with that kind of investment. So what we figured out, and again by a little bit of research, that network marketing as an industry provides top brands, world-class brands. In fact, we were lucky enough to discover a brand which was world's #1 in organic healthcare, associated with Chinese Olympic team, and free rights. Right, and that was a game changer for us, where 1 crore 50 lakhs were free. And so we chose this industry to get the free rights of their top brands, through which you could drive turnover over the internet.
Oh, so what you mean is basically you got free license to certain products and services, and today with those you are doing more than 1 crore in a month.
Exactly. Now, second thing will blow your mind, Abhishek, which is actually quite fascinating, right? And that's a concept called time leveraging, right? We do that time leveraging day in, day out. Did you ever tell your mom to bring a glass of water while you were watching TV?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right? Why did you just want to save a couple of minutes right there, right? I have done that many times, asking my son or wife to get a book which was in other room so that I could save my 2 minutes and doing something on my mobile. So that's we are time leveraging ourselves using human resource, maybe our son, our spouse, our father, or dad, our mom. But we need to take it a little bit higher, and that's what entrepreneur does. They don't just leverage human resource for 2 minutes, 5 minutes stuff. They create wealth leveraging human resource. The fascinating thing about network marketing industry is that, so as I said, 1.2 crores in Jan. I can't do it alone, can I? 1.2 crores turnover. It's huge, very difficult, right? So I need manpower.
Absolutely.
But when I have to create manpower to drive 1.2 crores, the common sense or your imagination says that you have to shell out salaries to that manpower who will help you create that turnover.
Yeah.
But network marketing allows you to create that manpower without having to pay salary, because it works in a franchise kind of a model. So for example, Pizza Hut wants to open 50 outlets in India. The brand owner doesn't have to hire managers. He has to actually look out for partners who are going to open 50 Pizza Hut outlets using his brand. So when he expands, there is no cost for him. He still makes money when he expands. The same concept applies in network marketing. So when you expand with manpower, you don't pay salary. Right? They are partners, they are stakeholders in the business. So since they are stakeholders and not salary earners, they are actually more passionate, more excited, more productive, and more committed. These two facts, free rides plus free manpower, it changed the entire game right there.
So right now, what you mean to say is your crore turnover business doesn't have a single employee at all.
That's right, Abhishek. That's amazing.
That's an interesting business model then. Well, nice to know that. Now, last question for the benefit of our viewer, basically. So, if somebody is looking at this opportunity as a good career option, how or what should be his approach? How should he be actually approaching this industry?
Terrific question. Actually, that is the most important question, because a lot of us, when we come from a job background, we don't have a clue how to evaluate a business. So
yeah.
Makes a lot of sense, that question right there. So with my experience of a decade long in business and coaching a lot of folks, so my suggestion has been on two fronts. The first thing that every individual, doesn't matter if he's an employee or an entrepreneur, he has to understand this fact, because a lot of them don't understand, is that any industry which is huge, so IT industry is $1 billion industry, movie industry is $1 billion industry, similarly network marketing is $1 billion industry, right? How does the industry become $1 billion industry? It cannot happen by small business owners. Definitely there are some big players, big business owners who are driving $1 million of business, $1 billion of business in a turnover, right? So that's how it becomes big. So every industry has these four kinds of people, working in those industries. The employees, which is a major chunk of population, then the small business owners. I'll give a practical example. What do I mean by this? This product called Maggi, right? So Maggi, would you find it in a Kirana shop right near to your home? Yeah. Right? The same Maggi actually you can find in Big Bazaar, and the same Maggi you can order online on Amazon, right? But are these three business same just because they deal with Maggi?
Not really.
Not
significantly
really.
different.
Significantly different. So Kirana shop owner probably stays in a,
non-BHP.
yeah, kind of stuff. I mean, he lives in a normal, a locality. Big Bazaar owner, you will not be able to see him. He lives in a different kind of a locality. Jeff Bezos, Amazon is a celebrity, right? So, huge difference. So similarly, every industry has these different sizes and different types of business owners. Now, I want to go behind folks who are big players in the industry if I have to have a business in that industry. Does it make sense?
Absolutely.
Right. So what mistake people do when they evaluate network marketing industries, they kind of evaluate the business by asking or seeking information or looking at business owners who are earning 4,000-5,000 rupees in a month, or maybe less.
I'm sure about that.
Right? They don't think that network marketing industry is $1 billion industry, does almost 12,000 crores in India as an industry. So there are crororepatis here. There are people who are driving crores of turnover, right? So we need to seek them out. What are their business model? How do they operate? And once you study their business model, which are driving crores of turnover, that will fascinate you. Obviously, Maggie's Kirana shop business will not fascinate an IT professional. Right? But if he studies Big Bazaar model, if he studies Amazon model, those kind of businesses will fascinate because the turnover, the returns are extremely huge. So that's the first thing I suggest professionals. Second thing, which is obvious, is that when I was going for interviews in a job, or when you seek out a job and you sit in an interview, the person who is interviewing you kind of seek information from him, or you expect information from him based on what would be your roles and responsibilities. Right? And back of the mind, you kind of are looking at, okay, what would be the compensation, right?
Exactly.
That's your main focus, but if somebody today invites you for a business partnership, for example, today afternoon I was talking to an individual named Vijay, who has a ceramics business in Pune. He runs a business in ceramics tiles. So let's say you get an invitation from him where he says, you know what, Abhishek, why don't you partner with me in my ceramics business? What would be stuff that you would be interested in to know? I'm sure you would like to know, okay, Vijay, partnership, great, but what's your business model like?
Yeah.
Right? What's the potential here? 2 years, 5 years down the line. What's the scaling up, possibilities? How much can we scale up? Right?
Yeah,
because
talking about roles and responsibilities.
Exactly, because that's when it will make sense for you to invest your time and money in a business.
Yeah.
Right? You want to know what is the returns possibility.
The approach has to change basically.
Right? So you want to get confidence on the business model first, the scalability second, and then the returns third. And then after those things are satisfactory, you want to know, okay, well, as a partner, what would be my roles? How much money would I make and stuff like that. Right? But you want to first evaluate the business. Is it a right business that I should be partnering into? So same thing here. Here we don't get into business as an employee. We get into business as a franchise owner or a partner. So you want to first understand the model. Is the model, potentially great? Does it have scalability factor? Can I make it a 1 crore business? Can I make it a 5 crore business? Can I make it a 10 crore business? How is it feasible? How simple is that? And once you're done with that, then you want to get into, okay, what is the stuff that I need to do? Right? So there is a fantastic book right there, which is written by one of our premier authors of our times, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, rich dad poor dad author. So he has kind of studied this business model as a third party. And after 5 years of study, he has broken down, 5 years. After 5 years of study, he has broken down this business industry and written this book called Business of 21st Century. Great read. It will tremendously educate professionals who are not from commerce or CA background on financial domain and subject of finance, but they'll also be able to understand the details about this business model, what the attributes and benefits that an individual can get once they participate in network marketing industry. Right? Wow. And that actually gave me huge belief to get into this industry in partnership with internet, with collaboration of internet, this industry. After reading that book, it showed me that, man, it's a big deal. It's a great deal because you have nothing to lose, but huge stuff you can accomplish once you run business after getting educated. So these are the couple of things I would suggest personally, and I think that would give them a good platform to make something productive out of from here basically.
Nice. So, wow, that was really good information. Now, lastly, before we call this a day, I'm sure driving such a turnover of multiple crores in a month, the lifestyle would be amazing. So, what are the rewards? The top few rewards that you achieved by succeeding in this domain of internet-based business. If you could help our viewers understand that.
Well, Abhishek, it's difficult. So a lot of times when you talk about stuff that you achieve as an entrepreneur, it kinds of many times it comes off as if you're trying to show off, right? But that's not what I want to do here. So I would like to kind of explain it in terms of subject, right? So as soon as you succeed as an entrepreneur in any industry, right, you get tangible rewards and intangible rewards, right? So intangible means stuff which are priceless, and actually those priceless things were which I was looking for when I took one leg of mine from my job and put in business of my own, right? last decade. So one thing that I was looking for myself was freedom. That means I wanted to do certain things in my life, and while having a job I could see that 10-12 hours of my productive day is gone just earning my bread and butter. And looking at that if I have to do this for age 60 till age 60, it's like life gone. Right? You would understand. So that was my first goal or motivation, you can say, that I took up this industry or this challenge to succeed as an entrepreneur for my financial freedom, because personal freedom only can come if you are financially free, right? So that's my biggest achievement, you can say. 2011 August was my last day of working after 11 years in IT. So it's been 8.5 years that
without a job.
Yeah, me and my wife has been without a boss, right?
Without a job, without a boss.
Right. So freedom has given you a lot of things. What it has done for me is that after freeing up that time, I was able to run business at a faster pace. But it also gave me a lot of time to evaluate a lot of other deals, other investments, other stuff to study. Newer things that is happening on internet domain. I had plenty time to study and take my game one notch up, which was very difficult when I was putting in 12 hours. Including accommodations in job, you're hardly left with any time to actually study anything significant, right? So very difficult to grow in life, right? So freedom has given me that time with family, right? It has given me my health back. So if you guys can see my picture of how I was when I retired out of IT in 2011, and how do I look now after 8.5-9 years, it's unbelievable, really. It's been a total transformation. So these are certain priceless stuff which I got out of succeeding as an entrepreneur in this industry of network marketing. And the last but not the least, ability to add value as a business coach and inspire a lot of professionals to take up entrepreneurship and realize their potential. I learned it long back that one of the biggest regret that an individual can have is ending his life as an unrealized potential. It's like, what would have been had I taken some chances? What could have been if I had done this, done that? That's very, very painful. So that's my biggest goal and motivation when I coach professionals to take up entrepreneurship, is to help them realize their potential, and that gives me a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. So those are intangibles. Coming to tangible stuff, obviously when you become successful as an entrepreneur, you will make money, and not all. Every money you don't need for living, so most of them goes into buying more assets now. So at very early age in Bangalore, I became house owner, right? Many years I had to change house after house after house to save my rents. It was a nice feeling to have good property for myself and become a house owner for a change. Travel around the world. So since 2008, me and my wife and family were traveling around the world in exotic locations. So financially you are secure, you have good lifestyle, good rewards, peace of mind, and that satisfaction that you are making an impact in a lot of people's life as a role of a business coach.
That's definitely a lot of rewards. I'm sure people watching this, are excited seeing the rewards that you've achieved through this, the success in this business. So that was really a value add. I'm sure a lot of people would have benefited with the information that you gave. And I would like to, sincerely thank you for helping people out here and coming here, to give your, precious time to us. And looking forward to doing further interviews with you in the future.
Thank you, Abhishek. It was great being here with you.
Awesome.